For the first passage, I might turn to my ever-present, ever-faithful friend Fernando and say, I've just read a passage about how these dum-dums believe that there's such a thing as Chinatownese that's different from other dialects of Chinese and is a dialect unto itself. But they're dumb for two reasons, right? And the whole passage lays out this argument, right? That there are these dum-dums that believe in Chinatownese, Chinatown Chinese, and that there are two reasons that those people are dumb and stupid. So the main point of the passage is that the primary claims supporting the view that Chinatown Chinese is a distinct new dialect, those are dumb and stupid. They don't stand up to scrutiny. That's the main point of the passage because that's what the whole passage is about. For question 2, if you had a visitor from China speaking the same traditional dialect as a Chinese American person in San Francisco, what would they have difficulty conversing about? Why is it, or ask it another way, why is answer choice C right? Why would they have difficulty conversing about daily life in the U.S.? Because line 34 tells us so. Terms that are not familiar to the newcomer, most of which would name objects, places, and events that are part of the local experience. That's the stuff that's the part of the daily life, and those are the terms that would be unfamiliar to the newcomer. That's what the person would find it most difficult to understand. For question 3, why does the author mention Dang Tang and Gong? I don't know how to pronounce the last part of that, so I'm not going to even try. Why does the author mention those words? Those were examples, right, of the kinds of transliterations and workarounds that the Chinatown Chinese employs. And that's your answer choice E. They're examples of the way in which American English becomes part of or influences Chinatownese. For question 4, according to the passage, the Chinese dialects remain at their core essentially the same over time. And we know that for sure because the passage said it in line 25, the core of the language has remained intact. It has stayed the same. Finally, for question 5, when the author says transliterated, look at the example she gives us. Dang Tang for downtown. It has the same kind of sound, and it has directly the same meaning. And that example is how we know that when the author talks about transliterated words, what she talks about is words whose sounds and meanings have been directly incorporated from English into Chinese. And that's his first passage. So here's the deal with these free videos. They're intended to serve a very narrow purpose. For those times when you're wondering, why is that the right answer? You can just come here for a complete library and find out why it was the right answer. And I hope that you'll find that it was very instructive. Of course, the other part of the deal is that since LSAC publishes all of their tests along with test keys, that means that there's no barrier to entry for test prep. And you can hear the air quotes, I hope. Anybody can, and lots of people have, set up shop and called themselves test prep companies, and they've got the questions, they've got the answer keys, and they just try to explain to you why the right answer is right. And then they charge you money for it? That is wrong. I want to put a stop to it. I want to sweep the legs right out from under them. It is bad for you. It's bad for me too. So if you want to know what the right answer is and why the right answer is right, I want you to be able to come here and find it out for free without paying anybody for it. That's very different from what I do in the paid course. What I think has value about what I do is that I can tell you ahead of time what every question wants from you, what to expect from the right answer, how to formulate a right answer, and then how you can expect wrong answers to sound, so that you know before you ever open up a test book exactly what to expect. And all the practice videos that are part of the paid course are just me putting that theory into practice. It's just the rubber meeting the road. In other words, I'm going to show you based on what we've done before how we're going to react when it comes up next time. And that bit, knowing what to do the next time you see something, that I think is worth paying for. And if you agree, I'd love to have you in the course. And if not, that's fine too. Don't pay anybody to explain why right answers are right. Just watch these for free. Enjoy.